experiment. If crypto was never invented, never existed,
Yep.
how do you think your investments would look like? Would you be in real estate, stocks, bonds,
Startups.
currencies, gold?
Startups. It's the
Okay.
second best performing asset class, and I've been doing them my whole life.
Yeah.
So I would just keep making businesses.
And with the proceeds from those businesses, what do you think you would have done?
Make more businesses.
All
I
right.
mean, you can't beat it. I mean, look what Peter Thiel did, right? Peter Thiel made a business, X.com, which merged with PayPal. And then he invested in Facebook. And then he invested in a startup that basically like was EOS.
Yeah.
And then, of course, EOS dumped in everyone's head about Bitcoin. Lol, their foundation. But he made a killing there. And then he started Palantir. And then he started like a longevity VC. And he
Yeah.
had like, just keeps starting things. So, seems fine. Bill Gates keeps starting things. Jeff Bezos keeps starting things. Elon Musk keeps starting things. Richard Hart keeps starting things. It's, we see ways to make the world better. We do it. So I would do the
Yeah. Very
same. I would
cool.
do the same thing, whether crypto existed or not. There's a million things wrong with the world you can fix, and people will happily pay you.
Cool. Thanks for that answer. All right. So I want to ask you a question about gold. We know how much you hate it, and the math speaks for
The
itself. It's
returns
flat
suck.
and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So another thought experiment. If crypto had never existed, I have a theory that all the people that kind of think the way we all do, like freedom-minded, aware people who know what's going on with inflation and everything. If crypto never existed, I think maybe we all, or a lot of us, would have piled into gold instead, and then the gold narrative would have taken off. What do you think?
Nope. The tail can't wag the dog. Crypto is too small to move gold. Period. If every single crypto holder dumped their entire load into gold, it wouldn't move it, which is why its gains suck. Because there's not enough money in the world to buy its stupid price up, because it's too heavy. Its market cap is too big to go up. That's why
Oh,
it
I
has
kind of see what you
gains.
mean. So even if we did all pile in, it wouldn't
Wouldn't
have moved the
matter.
price because of the
Yep.
size of the market. All right,
Yep.
good answer.
And by the way, they're mining that stuff all the time. And the more the price goes up, the more they mine. So, when Bitcoin price goes up, they don't mine any extra. They mine very smallly extra because they overrun the retargeting algorithm by like a little tiny bit, but you're still in the single digit inflation, right? You're going to go from like 1.7 to like 1.8% inflation. But with gold, they really do mine more. At some point, they could just grab an asteroid and have it land here, and then you're like, oh, we just 100x the gold supply. So like, if gold was going to be good, it'd be good. It's not good. It's limp. In some countries,
Cool.
not only is it limp, it's actually tax disadvantaged as well. There's a lot of countries where they restrict what kinds of gold you can buy and not pay VAT, and having to pay like 20% extra on your investment up front sucks badly. And then you've got constant overhead costs of storing it, and then you've got constant, someone has to test that it's real instead of gold-plated tungsten, which is nearly identical.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 1 ounce bars and thicker bars out there that are just gold-plated tungsten. So like, it's just not good, man.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about it this way. Warren Buffett has a good take on this. He has a lot of good takes on a lot of stuff. He doesn't have a good take on crypto, but he's got a good take on gold. You dig it out of the ground to bury it back in the ground in a bank vault.
Yeah.
And it produces exactly what? You moved its location in the ground. Congrats. So, farmland is more productive, businesses are more productive.
Yeah, I got you. That's the one thing I was wondering would have changed the narrative is if crypto never existed. But I see your point.
Yeah, we're
So
just not
thanks for
heavy
that
enough,
answer.
you know,
I
which
got
is
one for
good.
you
It
that
means
you,
we have more upside.
yeah, when talking about Pulse Chain lately, you've used that McDonald's franchise analogy
Yep.
where, hey, we're just going to be another chain and off, help out with some of the capacity. And
Yeah,
among all
people.
the other features that Pulse Chain is going to have. So my question is, like that metaphor really resonated with me. So I'm wondering why are there not already 100 forks of Ethereum? Like, and I
It's
don't even mean
extremely
like
hard to do.
impressive forks with features like Pulse is going to have.
There
Why
are
aren't,
there are many forks of Ethereum that start
yeah,
empty. Many, many, many,
yeah.
many.
I'm just wondering why there's not more because they could all make the same. If it's, they could all make the same
There's a
analogy with,
lot.
oh, we're just going to offload the capacity. Yeah,
Well, the difference is, well, I'll answer that question for you very specifically. When you make a fork of Ethereum, let's say, what's a good example? You make a fork of Ethereum. Do you have users? Nope. Only if they know your fork exists. Okay. Well, how are they going to know your fork exists? You have to tell them. All right. And what are the useful things on your chain? Well, people have to launch their coins from scratch on your chain because your chain launched empty. So Polygon, BSC, AVAX, Phantom, they all launch empty. And because they launch empty, that means you have to go attract projects to launch their coin on your code base. And so you're starting from scratch. Pulse Chain is not starting from scratch. Pulse Chain has everyone's projects already there. Now, if it's fake DeFi and has oracles or other crap that's off chain, that stuff doesn't come over. Or like USDT. Can you redeem them for $1? No, of course not. So like the difference with Pulse Chain is it's launching with tens of thousands of coins at launch and tens of thousands of coins trading at launch. And with all those other forks of Ethereum, they all start empty. There's a big difference. You're doing the world's largest airdrop versus no airdrop. This huge, 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 huge difference. And that's the reason why it's harder. What we're doing has never been done before, and it is hard
Yep.
to do. So launching empty forks of Ethereum, way easy to do. Launching stateful forks, hard to do.